Hey everybody, Liking Blades here, and in today's video I bring you something a little special that has joined my collection since Blade Show Texas. I've been wanting to make a video on this knife for quite a while now, but I have not really had the time to, besides all the other knives, and I wanted to make this one of the last ones I make for that kind of video. You saw it shortly in the last video. This is my Amkw V1 prototype Peon. You can see if the camera will let me get that focused. I hope it is. And I have the rope. So I'm going to be straightforward. When I got this, it was a false live blade. No edge whatsoever. This thing could not cut anything to save its life. Although it did cut my birthday cake while we were there. So there's that. It is now sharp. I have rope. Very sharp. As you saw in the last video, I used this to unbox my Psycho Nova. It cut through the box, through the packaging, through the case that it came with, and partly through the rag, all in one little cut. So yes, it is safe to say this thing is a razor blade. It will shave when and how I want it to. But I'm going to pull this out of its little sleeve. See if I can get it here. This is Serial V1 Prototype from 2026 Peon. Blade material is S35VN. It's a sheepfoot style 2 with a 10-inch primary hollow and flat swedge grind. The blade finish is a dual-tone granite flat and satin bevels. Handle colors, blue aluminum, obviously. The spacer color is just raw aluminum. If it focuses up on it, you can see there's slight darkening on part of it from oxidation. This is definitely raw aluminum. And they are floating spacers. I hope the camera can pick up on that. But they are floating spacers, so it gives it that hollow echo in there. It is 3.61 ounces, probably a little lighter now since I sharpened it. And the handle material, we already went over. It is 7075 raw machine aluminum with a blue anodization to it. I talked to Andrew over Instagram DMs about this. Wanted to make sure there was something he wanted me to say about it or any information he wanted me to pass on. He didn't really care, but the one thing he really wanted me to hit to home is that this is a one-off. There will never be another one like this. The handles are literally pulled off the machine and deburred. After that, he anodized it. There was no bead blasting, no sandblasting, no nothing. There is no anything. This is raw anodized aluminum. Machine raw. So that is why it has this satin look to it. There will never be another one like this. It even is on the spine, if it's visible. V1 2026 S35VN. It came with, as you saw, the COA with all the information on it, as well as a box with a second set of spacers. This thing is amazing. I will be honest, the new knife syndrome has passed on this a long time ago. At one point, this was my favorite thing of all time. No, it's not. It is, however, my favorite aluminum knife of all time. And that may upset some people, but fuck you. This thing is amazing. It does everything you want it to and more. Then it just sounds amazing, and I'll be honest, the sound alone is what sold me on it. The sound alone is why I traded out the ass for this. I lost in value big time for this knife. I traded a Hansen Metals knife sheath, a Kaiser Knives 10th anniversary coin, and a Teddy Gaia for this knife. Which, yes, call me an idiot, but I don't care. I made another trade that made it well worth it down the line. So, yeah. The dude who had this really, really did not want to let it go. And I understand that, but I really, really wanted it. So I kept pushing until dude had no choice but to accept, which is kind of scummy of me, I will not lie. But what are you gonna do? I wanted it, I got it, and I am so happy about it. This thing is so addicting. When I had it at the show, I did not flip anything else but this. And honestly, I don't blame myself. I've gone back and forth between all of my aluminum knives. From my Spiral Dama Kraken, I even flipped the new Kraken that I bought before I sold it compared to this. My Talisong Z, which is also special. None of them compare to what this thing is. The value on this is insane. $250 the dude got this for. Of course, this is an Aeon blade from when they were trying to make them lighter, like I said before. This was their attempt to make lighter Aeons because people prefer lighter knives. So it is the lightest knife, or lightest blade they could produce. If I'm wording this right. I hope I'm wording this right. I'm sorry, Andrew, if you see this and I'm not wording this properly. I have it all written down, so I'm going to head back to my phone so I can read it. But they were trying to make lighter Aeons so that people can enjoy them more. Because, of course, a lot of people prefer lighter knives over heavier knives these days. I'm the opposite. I prefer heavier knives, but this thing was so addicting, I could not get over it. So, I have it. And I guess, if I remember properly, something just didn't work out properly for the lighter Aeons, so they made the Peons, which these are legitimate Peon handles. So I guess that's how the Peon came to exist? Let's see, I think I have it written down here somewhere. Legit Aeon blade. Andrew's attempts to make lighter Aeons, but wasn't able to get it working the way he wanted. So he came up with the Peon. Lighter weight, lower cost, higher potential. Peon, oh, right. I also wanted to get this out there because he asked me to. Peons will officially be released at Blade Show Atlanta this year. This year, 2026 Blade Show Atlanta. They will be available for purchase. As well as different spacer materials, such as possibly carbon fiber, which I personally would love to try. But the way this thing flips and the sounds at the same time, I'm afraid the carbon fiber would get rid of that hollow echo in there. Maybe if he has some Thai ones, I'd try those. I just can't get over this knife. It is absolutely insane. It's actually in position 2 of my case. For those who don't know, my case is laid out in a way going here and out from most flipped to least flipped. The left side is the least flipped of my collection. It's the stuff I barely ever touch. The stuff on the right side is stuff I flip on the daily. I'll pick this stuff up whenever I want something interesting to flip, so I grab it. This is in position 2. So there's 1. I have my showpiece. 1, 2. Showpiece is not the best flipper that I prefer. It's just the one that I'm most proud of owning. So keep that in mind. This is position 2, and it is aluminum. I basically never flip aluminum. But now I've been carrying this thing at least once a week since I've owned it. And it's long overdue for this video. It does everything I want it to the way I want it to. The chaplins on this thing are so smooth. Then you have a slight texturing to the insides of the handles and here as well. I'm trying to scratch it to see if I can get a sound. See if I can get y'all some sound of it, because there is actual texturing, but I don't know if the camera can pick that up. And it feels so nice on the hand. Now, it has started to rust a little bit because I keep forgetting to put it up at night and just keep flipping it. And my house is terrible at keeping humidity out. So I need to give it a little bit of a rust treatment. There's slight specks here along this flat. There's some on the spine. A tiny little bit on the tip. Man, the sound of this knife is so addicting. Do I regret trading my Teddy Gaia for this? Yes, I do, because I would love to make some content on the Teddy Gaia, but I'm also happy to own this. So as much as I regret it, I'm also happy that I did it. Whoa. Uh-oh. I've also used this for cutting steak, because why not? I didn't feel like doing dishes, so I just grabbed the Peon. I was like, cool, steak time. And let me tell you, this thing is great for that. Then again, it is a razor blade, thanks to me, this guy. But I can't toot my own horn much anymore. I just don't know what else I could possibly say about this thing. It follows the momentum you want, the way you want it, and if it doesn't, then you have the lighter pair of spacers for it, which I love. I haven't tried them, but I love the fact that it comes with them. This is the balance that I prefer, so I'm like, do I even need to try the other ones? Because I'm also afraid it'll get rid of that sound profile I really love. And just the laser etching that goes on these blades is insane. I'm trying to get it to focus. Like, having that engraved on this, as well as this awesome drawing here, I can't get over it. It's too much. Honestly, Andrew, you went above and beyond for this, and I can't get over it. They're nice and square, but slightly rounded at the perfect points. And then, of course, when you're going to do your choker fans and Z chokers, you have plenty of grip here because this is concaved. It's like a trench, kind of. You have plenty of space for your fingers to grip into to make it smoother. And you notice it, but it's not rough. You have amazing jimping, both here on the, I wouldn't call it a side, but more of these angles, and on these handle faces. No, these are the faces, these are the sides, fuck me. On these angles and on these sides, and it's just so aggressive, especially being on the spacers as well, but it's not too aggressive. It's just perfect. This knife is gold to me. This thing is Balisong gold. You may have seen Will Hirsch's Monarch video back in the day calling it Balisong gold. No, Fuck that. I love you, Joe, and I love the Monarch, but this thing beats out the Monarch in every way, shape, and form for my preferences. And I really think everyone should have one of these. It beats out the Kraken in my personal opinion in every way. It's more moddable. You got way better blade shapes that are available as options, as well as better materials. You can change the balance with spacers. Hell, if you wanted to, I'm pretty sure someone could come up with a file to 3D print their own spacers. Like, come on. I have a 3D printer, but I'm not good at 3D design, so I can't do it. But if someone makes some files and sends them my way, I will print them and give them a try. I just don't know what else I could say about this thing. I've been gushing over it this entire time. I've been flipping it more than some of the titanium knives in my collection. This thing has been flipped more than my Talisong has been lately. It's been flipped more than my, let's see, what else? My Thai Kraken, most definitely. Basically, everything in my collection, this has been flipped more than. The Nova's been being flipped a lot lately, mostly because I'm trying to get ready for a second video for it. But yeah, this thing barely leaves my pocket. It is beautiful. It is comfortable. It's just everything that I could ask for in a knife. And it's also the easiest knife I've ever done a net catch on. Like, it just goes directly where you want it to, how you want it to. But before I head out, I'm going to go ahead and say one more thing about this. This thing is durable as shit. I have dropped this thing onto solid concrete so many times, especially after Blade Show. I dropped it a ton. I was trying to teach myself the parabolic net catch. Just snap parabolic into a net catch. And it took a little bit, but I did get it down a little bit on this knife. And it hit concrete so many times. I don't know if you could see it, but there's spots here, all around these corners. Up on the tops of the handles. All these white marks everywhere. Got a big mark here. Got some up here. Hell, I think there's still icing in here from when we cut the cake. And I say this a lot, but this thing actually cut my birthday cake. So there's literally no way I'm letting go of this. I'm sorry to everybody who might want it. Somebody already DM'd me wanting it, but it's never leaving me. I just cannot let it go. There's no way. If I did, I would hate myself for the rest of my life. This thing has such sentimental value to me now. I just can't. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you all for watching. This video was a long time in the making. I'm going to try and get this into frame. This might be thumbnail. I don't know yet. But yeah, I really, really hope you all enjoyed. I did, and I do enjoy this knife. If I can make it to Blade Show, feel absolutely free to check it out, flip it, and let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'll end up leaving it at Andrew's booth for a little while for people to try. But yeah, this thing is amazing. I definitely recommend checking it out, or at least picking one up at Blade Show, because they are beyond anything that I've tried in a long time. Hope you enjoyed once more. Peace out.